I see some are joining. Thank you. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Facebook user. I'll see your name in a minute, I'm sure. Just trying to share to a couple of areas. Oops. Thanks for the share, Stacy. I appreciate that. Just going to get this going. One more. Hope everybody's having a good 4th of July. Hi, Shirley. Thanks for joining, Shirley Johnson. Hi, Vicki. Sharing to one other place. Okay, got it. I'm going to want to keep an eye on this. Hi, Lynn from Southern New Jersey. I think you're having probably the same weather we're having today. Crazy, crazy. Got caught in it a little bit at a barbecue, and then I wound up coming home shortly after that. But it was good while it lasted. Okay. All right. So let me introduce myself. My name is Antoinette Bay with the Paper Papillion. Oh, I don't have a very good seating arrangement. I'm trying not to show you this phone too much, but it's just going to happen. My name is Antoinette Bay with the Paper Papillion. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Limbrook, New York, which is Long Island. Let's make sure my mic is all the way up. Yes, it is. Okay. Here's my email address if anybody has any questions about anything that I am doing today. And I have a really sweet card for you. I'm using the Delightfully Eclectic Designer Series paper again because it is my July card kit to go with my good friend Heather Guerrero. Cross Country Papercraft Creations is at it again with a July kit, and we're using the Delightfully Eclectic Designer Series paper, which I've used a number of times since I got the paper. We're using it for the July kit. It's really cute. I'll show you sneak peeks at the end. Registration is open. I posted to social media and everyone that's on my newsletter. What's today? Tuesday? I think I sent it to everyone on my newsletter yesterday. Anyone that's on my newsletter would have gotten it yesterday, but with 4th of July weekend and whatnot, yesterday was a work day, actually. I'm totally off. Does anybody else feel like it's Sunday today? Because it sure does feel like Sunday to me here. I am going to try to get these lights a little bit more focused. It seems dark. But anyway, I'm using the paper and the stamp set that we're focusing on in our July kit, which is Biggest Wish and Delightfully Eclectic. Now, I just lost comments. Hold on. Comments. Okay, there they go. Hi, Carol. Let's see who else is here. Sonia's here, and Carol's here, and Sandy's here, and Nora's here, Lynn, Shirley, Stacy, and Facebook user. I am not 100% sure who that is. I'm looking over here, but I'm not sure. Anyway, my two cards used, one card uses this paper and the other card uses that pretty paper this paper right here. So I made that card last week, and this week I made this card last week, right? Using the paper that I used on my card for the July kit. And then tonight I'm using the other paper that I used for my card for the July kit. So, but the cards that you get in the July kit are totally different from these cards. But now you have last week's card and this week's card to make some more with that paper once you get it, because you're getting a quarter pack of 6x12 of this paper in that kit. So we'll talk about it more later. For now, we'll just go through what we're using tonight. We're using Petal Pink ink. This is the ribbon combo. It has the Parakeet Party is the other ribbon that's in this set, but I don't have it out here right now. Let's see. We're using Biggest Wish, and again, Go To Greetings. And then I'm using Artistic. We're using just the leaf for this. Let's see if we can get that die cut. And then I'm using this largest banner right here in Nested Essentials dies, which we use this in our kit as well for July. And then I'm using some brushed brass butterflies, ooh, tongue twister, and iridescent pearls as well for some embellishment along with the ribbon. And then this paper. So I have everything cut up. If you'd like to get measurements for what I'm doing tonight, you can measurements and supply list. You can join my new email list, which is the link is in the description here. So if you're not already on it, you might want to get on it. And hi, Catherine. I see a few more people joining. Catherine and Margot and Diane. Diane, check your messages here on Facebook. I sent you a couple of things via email to 2 different email addresses and a message here on Facebook too. So go check and we could chat later. Hi, Sandra. Okay, let's get started. We have lots of people on tonight. I'm surprised to see so many of you tonight, being that it's 4th of July, but I guess we're all kind of like, maybe we all have to go to work tomorrow. Maybe we're all just kind of beat. Maybe barbecues and parties were this past weekend rather than today, since a lot of people have to go to work. I don't know, but I'm glad you're here. I'm really happy to see you all. So thank you very much for joining. And it's time for this to go up because I'm getting hot. I have my air conditioner on. It's on low because if it's on high, it's a little bit loud. So I wanted to just make sure that it wasn't too loud. But now I'm getting hot. So let's go. All right. So here's Petal Pink cardstock. And I'm going to try to rotate this just a little bit. Okay. I don't like the shadow either. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to have to try to pay attention to my computer screen so that way I don't go off camera. So I've already pre-cut some of the daisies out of that paper because I need 4 whole, and well, not quite whole, fairly whole. Okay, so I need 4 bigger ones and then a few smaller ones for the inside of the card. And then I need a strip. So this is Petal Pink. And this is all Petal Pink. And then I have that die already. Let's see, what else are we die cutting? That's it, I think. All right, let's do some stamping first before we do anything else. And I did forget one thing. I forgot my marker. So let me come down here. I'm a little too far up. Come down low. So I'm taking the word birthday, this one right here. And I'm taking the sentiment happy birthday right here. I think we used this last week. Those are the 2 that I'm using. So I'm just going to randomly stamp birthday on this piece. Doesn't have to be straight, doesn't have to be perfect. Kind of just want to randomly stamp it all over. Okay, so the one thing I forgot is it might not be the one thing, but I might have forgotten a couple of things. My marker. Okay, so I want to do a little bit of splattering, and I'm going to tell you right now that my husband may come home from work, and the dog is down here with me right now, so she might go crazy barking when she hears him come in. So just FYI. Now I'm going to do some splattering with my marker. Okay, let that dry for a second. Let's move on to the sentiment. And I'm doing that tone on tone as well. So petal pink cardstock and petal pink ink. Okay. Okay. And then I want to trim this down a little bit. Trimmer's down here. Okay, this is a little bit bigger than I'd like, so I'm going to take a little bit off. And I think a little snip off the bottom as well, but not too much. Okay, there we go. A little snip. Okay, then I'm going to take my scissors and cut this down a little bit. Okay. I'm also going to use these scissors, and I want to distress this a little bit. So I'm just not a lot, just a little. I just don't want a perfectly clean edge. Okay, there's the sentiment. And then for this, I want to do the same thing. I want to take my scissor, and I'm just curious why my lights are so bad tonight. I wanted to make sure I had my overhead lights on, and I do. I have all the lights on in here, but for some reason, my lighting's not very bright. Okay, so here's that. Hi, Sharon from South Carolina. Boy, if my husband had his way, we would be, not that his way, he's still working, but he would love to go to South Carolina. Okay, so the edges are distressed, and so is the sentiment. So now let's bring our base. You know what? Before we even get started with that, let's do the inside. So I have these little half pieces, right? So I'm going to take some liquid glue. And now I'm just thinking, nope, we're not going to do that yet. So I already die cut this earlier. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leaves. So this one on top is kind of together, these 2 leaves. So I'm going to keep them together, and I'm going to break apart all the rest. So that way I can do my inside of the card and the envelope before we even get started on the actual card. Okay, so I broke them all up. The only one I kept whole was the top one. So this comes from that artistic die. It has that big flower in it. This is a beautiful set. I'm glad this stayed around for a while longer. Okay, so now I'm going to take, let's see, what did I do on my original? We always like to keep that a surprise, right? I'm going to take these 2 and put them on the inside, and take a little bit of glue, which I need to probably pierce a bit. Let's see if that's going to do it. Okay, we don't have to pierce it. Taking a little bit of glue, dabbing it just in little areas here, not all over, because that little dab of glue goes a long way actually. And so I'll put that right about here. And then this piece. Okay, and if you are in the mood to hit that like button on Facebook or YouTube, and also in big capital letters, I see there is a lot of new people here. It is extremely hot here right now in South Carolina. I bet. What is the temperature there right now, Sharon? Let's see. Let me go up a little bit on that. It's muggy here for sure in New York, in Long Island, really muggy. Okay, so there's that, and I'm going to cut this a little bit. 90 here in Iowa. Hi, Paula. That's hot. But it depends. If it's not too muggy, it's not too bad. And if there's, is there a breeze? Like, that makes a difference, right? Okay, I want to get some of those out. Okay. So now I want to do the envelope too while we're at it. So I'm going to take another one and I'm going to put it on the front of the envelope with one leaf. Okay. And this color, by the way, this leaf color is not a color I've used very often. It's Mossy Meadow, and I really like it. So let me put a little bit of glue. I'm holding this on my finger. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. And let's get that down. Whoops. I'm going to have to wipe that up a little bit. And there's the envelope. And I'll use my glue remover to get that off. Okay. So there's the envelope. There's the inside. So let's just put this on the inside now that we're at it. Hi, Doreen. It's very cold here in New Zealand. Yes, you have the opposite. Thanks for joining from New Zealand. It's early in the morning, I'm thinking, too. Hi, Diane. Oh, Diane, I already said hi to you. I see the big capital letters shared. Thank you. Let's see. We had 80s, but it rained real hard here in Upper Michigan, and now it dropped down to 66 degrees. Wow. Well, that's comfortable. Oh, Sharon likes the envelope. Yeah, just nice and simple. Sometimes I go a little bit crazy with envelopes, especially if it's something that I'm going to hand deliver. But for now, that's perfect because this can even be mailed. This is all glued down, so it could be mailed. Sometimes I go nuts and I do a little pop dotting on them and whatnot, but not this one. I'm not going to get that fancy. I want to be able to, the recipient to be able to mail it. And don't forget, hang out until the end when we do prize patrol. Okay. And I have an unclaimed card. So if I see who it is on here tonight, I think it's Adele. If she's on here tonight, you have a card from last week that you won. Okay, now I'm going to put dimensionals behind here. Oh, these are the little ones. I don't want little ones. Yeah, I do stamps on the envelopes too, Sharon. But why do I have just the little ones? The little dimensionals. I need the big dimensionals. Okay, there we go. But I like to change it up with Designer Series paper. I'm a big fan. So for anybody who has purchased my my card kits to go, in the past, you know that I am a big user of designer series paper. And even for my Facebook Lives, I love designer series paper. I love to fussy cut. I love stamps, of course, but I do love when I have a good flower to work with because, you know, I do a lot with flowers when I'm on my lives and in my kits. And I try really hard to break it up sometimes. Okay, so now we'll put this. And as I said, for anybody new here, if you're not on my email list, the link is in the description. Oh, let me come down here a bit. The link is in the description, and you can go right over there and join my email list. Okay. So now the other thing that we have to do is use one of these. I did not die cut this one. So we're going to use this largest nested banner. So it has stitching around it. And I'll bring over my mini die cutting machine. And then we'll slip this right through. So if you want to get the measurements and supply list for this card, why is it not staying? You can join my newsletter, and then tomorrow there will be other information on that newsletter that you might be interested in regarding my July kit to go. Okay, a lot of people have been posting their pictures of their kits for June that just went out the other day, on Friday, and people have been getting them. So thank you for posting and sharing with everyone in the Paper Papillion Stampers group. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, so the one thing I am missing, I'm noticing, I don't have my designer series paper cut. So I'm going to take some scrap. I have scrap here of my designer series paper. Oh, I have it right here. This is good. I have some pieces. I don't need a whole scrap. I need, okay, let's see. I thought I cut it earlier, and I probably did. And here's a piece too. So I need a 1.5 inch piece by 4. So this may be just perfect. But Facebook user, let me see if I can see who that is. Just got June's kit yesterday. Can't wait. Oh, yay. I don't know who that is, though. It says Facebook user here, and it's not telling me on this side yet. But I'll see it later when I go through messages. I'll see it. Okay, so you see here, I want a little bit of this, the inside of the daisy to show. So what I want is, instead of this whole piece, I'm just going to cut this down to, so it's 1.5, and then I'm going to cut it down to 2. And then I'm going to take this side. Let's see if that's 1.5. That's 1.5. And I'm going to bring this to 2 as well. And then this is the side I'm going to use. Okay, I'll show you. So I just cut that down a little bit. I don't need the whole thing. It's going to get hidden. So it's going to go here. I want some of that to show, and I want that to show. All right, so I'm going to adhere that. Okay, so yeah, if anybody would be so kind and give me a thumbs up and a love, a like, and a share, that would be great. Big capital letter shares are very useful to me because when I go through, I use that for prize patrol. When I go through, it stands out. It's hard for me to see otherwise. Okay, now let's put some dimension behind this as well. I'm sorry if I'm too far up. I keep forgetting that I have to stay down here. Oh my gosh, 105 to 110 where's that? Newbern, North Carolina. I was going to say Arizona. No heat advisory here. Wow, way too hot. Need to stay in the house in air conditioning, right? Okay, that's enough on here. Definitely in the house, in the AC. I remember when my daughter was, I don't know, she was probably 3. My husband and I decided that we were going to put up as a surprise. It was during the summer, her birthday's in July. Put up a wooden swing set, and it wound up being 103 or 5 degrees that day that we did it. Oh my gosh. I remember that so long ago, but that was like 24 years ago. We'd never do that again. Okay. That was crazy. So now I'm going to take 2 whole, and these right here, these will all work. I'm going to layer them on top of each other. So I'm actually going to take, this one's going to go underneath. Okay. It's okay that this isn't whole because it's going to go underneath. So I'm just going to layer it. And then this one will go on top of this one. Whoops. Okay. Okay, so there's that. And the other thing I want to do, which I forgot to do earlier, but we'll just do it right now while I'm reading message. Too hot here in Fresno, 107. Holy cow. Okay, so now I'm just taking the centers, a little bit of the centers, and cutting them, because I'm going to put them, pop dot them, dimensional them on top of the daisies. So I'll just do 2 quick cuts here. Honestly, I'm not even sure what the temperature is today. Not 100% sure. It's hot and muggy and rainy on and off. Okay, there's that. So those 2, I'm going to put dimensionals behind and put them right. Actually, this is where I want to use my little dimensionals. Where did I put them? Now those little ones will come in handy. This is a very soft, sweet card. Let's see. Okay, there's that. Okay, now we can take these other leaves. I think I need one more leaf, to be honest. I do. I thought I had another. Maybe it went somewhere. We might have to die cut another leaf. Okay. So now this ribbon, okay, this is the size of it, and it's fairly thin, so it's about 1/4 inch, right? But I want it to be even thinner, so I already cut it in half. So this is the half. It frays a little bit. This is the half of the one that I cut for my sample. So let's just make a nice big bow. It's going to get cut down. Okay. I fussy cut the daisies, yes. Cold in Australia. Yeah, we have the summer months and you have the winter months. I know. Thanks for joining from Australia in the morning hours. Okay, that's going to go there. All right. Now we can start layering. So I'll put little liquid glue behind here and hope for the best here. I should probably put my flower down with a dimensional first, but I'm gonna try to wing it. And actually I'm gonna cut a little bit of this off to clean it up a little bit. Okay, so this one's gonna go here with a dimensional. I'm just gonna put one dimensional behind here for now. And then I'll add more when I know that everything is secure. So I'm going to take some of the top leaves. Yeah, I like to fussy cut big flowers. If you've been with me before, you know that I like to do that. I think that's decent. And then this one, will go underneath here, like that. You know what? I should have really used a bigger one, a bigger flower. I didn't realize that I needed a bigger, but it's going to work for now. We're going to leave it. Hold on. Let me just cut a little bit of this off. I should have used more of a whole flower, but it's okay. It's going to get covered there anyway. Okay, now let's put a dimensional behind here. Oh, let's do leaves first, right? Just trying to get these little pieces out of here. Okay. Some leaves. So I'll do 2 up here. And we are going to die cut again. And one here. I think that's good. And then a dimensional behind here. Okay, let's push that over for a second, and we are going to die cut this piece. Which is the leaf. Now for this, I should probably have my big machine, but we're gonna see if this will go through. Now it's a thick piece of cardstock, and this is pretty detailed, so I'm gonna go through twice. One probably would have been fine, but yeah, that worked pretty well. It's a gorgeous leaf. Okay. All right. Now I only need one more, so I'm just going to grab this one, put the rest aside. I thought I had exactly enough on. I have the brush, the take your pick brush, but it's not here in front of me, so I'm just going to poke them out. Okay. Pokey pokey. Now this is going to go here like that with a glue dot. Who said that? Oh, Margot loves the card. Thank you. So now I see a lot of new names here. So anyone that's new here, I put your names in a drawing each week to win a card when I go live, the next time I go live. Okay, so any comments that you make, and I do 2 drawings for comments and for shares. But the shares have to be in big capital letters. You have to let me know, because if we're not friends on Facebook, I may not see it. And also because I need to see it very easily when I'm looking through. So it always helps to have it nice and big. Okay, so that's going to go right there. I'm going to bring this down a little bit, the ribbon. A little bit. Nope, that's too much. And then it'll go on top like that. Yeah. So now I'm going to put some dimension on this side, and then a glue dot on top of the ribbon, because I don't want too much. Oh, you're being a good girl. You're being a good girl. She's just sitting here very patiently because she knows it's about that time that my husband should be home. Oh, I used liquid glue instead of a glue dot. Okay, here we go. Oops, I'm too high. I'm sorry. Okay, now let's get a little bit more of these splattering. Oh, yes, and there's one other thing I want to do, which is a little bit more splattering. Wink of Stella. Hold on, let me grab my Wink of Stella. And so I'm going to add some Wink of Stella to the centers of the daisies, even on here. Just gives it a little something something, right? Not too much, just a little. Now let's get the gems. Okay. I don't want to lose my pen. Okay. So we'll do the brushed butterflies first. Maybe one here. That's the bigger one, and a smaller one. Let's do one right on the flower, and then a smaller one down here. And then we'll do some pearls. These are the iridescent pearls. I'm going to do, I don't have any big ones left, so I'm going to open up the new packet and grab a big one out of there. And then I'll get and I'll put a big one here, and then a small one below it, and another little one up here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want one more pearl. And I'm going to put that right about there. And that's our card for tonight. There you go. Quick and easy and pretty, I think. Right? What do you all think? Do you like it? The butterflies just make it. Yeah. I wasn't planning on using them. I was just using the pearls, and then all of a sudden the butterflies just popped right out of me in my stash. And I said that would work, right? So it did, and I'm glad. So this is my sample. Actually, it's missing a little pearl, so I might as well add it. Oops. Missing a pearl. Oh, guess who's home? Guess who's home? Okay, just a second. All right. There's that. Okay, so there are both cards. This one has some glue on it. I want to erase that before I forget that I have glue on it. Okay. And we could do a little splatter on the envelope too, I think. But I might do that later so we can move on to other things. And the other thing you could do is also put another half a flower and a leaf on the flap. Or if you have extra paper, put the whole piece on the flap if you'd like as well. You can do that too. Fancy it up a little bit more if you'd like. Okay. So there are those two cards. Now, these two cards will not be given away here because they are going to be in the drawing every month for, oh, I have comments on. I'm showing, let's see. Hide. Okay, I hope that wasn't interfering. So with my kits every month, I tend to always introduce you to whatever it is that I'm using during my Facebook Lives, whatever it is that I'm using for my kits that month. And then the cards that I make, I usually do a drawing of some sort right after registration closes. So everyone that did register, those are the people that are in the drawing. I don't use names, I'm using numbers. They get assigned numbers, and then I do a drawing here. So this card that we made tonight and this card. So for my two cards for my July kit, I used this paper on one card and the daisy paper on another card. And here are two other ways. You can go back to last week's video. Also, if you join my newsletter, you'll see this last week's video in the newsletter as well. So you have two other ideas with the paper that you'll get in your kit. Okay. So that is just to explain why these will not be drawn next week and why these are not being, this is the card that I made last week, but it's not being drawn tonight. I have another card that's being drawn tonight. So anyway, I started out with a different designer series paper from that kit. And I started out with fussy cutting this pattern, which is this pattern here, right here from that paper, right? So I started off with that, and then I was going to work with Misty Moonlight Leaves, and then I wasn't sure if I was doing tone on tone or white embossing on black. So I never finished it, but this was what I was going to do. And then I decided to switch it to make sure that I was using the paper that I'm using in my July kit, the papers that I designed with in my July kit. So would be something like that. I'm not going to put it together completely now, but give you an idea, right? And now with this, I cut them. They're all white, but I sponge some fresh freesia on it. So I'm not sure that I was crazy about the way the black looked here. And I know that black kind of goes with everything, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I left it. I just went with the other, and I like the other better anyway. But something like that. That's how I started. So, you know, I do a lot of wasting of paper and cardstock. So I can bring you something that I really like and that I hope you really like as well. So, like I said, if you really like what I'm doing and sharing with you, please give me the thumbs up and the hearts and all that and the shares, because that really, really helps me grow this channel. And especially now on YouTube too, I'd love to get some more people joining over there as well. So that's where we were, and this is where I ended up, was with this. Okay. All right. So let's move on to other things before we all get going tonight. So here's my big bucket. Diane Kronk, if you're still here, I'm still holding this for you. Check your DMs and check your emails. Okay. You're going to see something from PayPal. Okay. An invoice. And then if anybody has any desire to shop in my online store, this on the 6th, Stampin' Up! Introduced bonus days. So with every $50 that you spend, you get a $5 reward to spend, I think, in August. So it starts July 6th and ends July 31st. So if you'd like to shop with me, you will get a free PDF tutorial. This is the July. We did fun folds. So all of these cards in this tutorial are fun folds. So if you spend that $50 with me, you will earn this tutorial for free. I'll give you a sneak peek of my fun fold. It's right here. Whoop. Okay, and it goes, that's a sneak peek of mine tutorial. So that's that, and then you get 9 others. If you'd like to shop with me and it's your birthday or some sort of special occasion coming up and you want to tell your family to buy your gift certificate, you can get that right here. But anyway, as I mentioned, Stampin' Up! Has bonus days going on starting the 6th. It'll be in my newsletter. And in my newsletter tomorrow when it goes out around 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So you can get the details there. And let's see. If anybody's interested in adhesive kits, this is what they look like. I've had a couple of people purchase their adhesive kits. They're $40. So if you'd like an adhesive kit and you need to stock up, let's see, what else do I have? And if you'd like to join Papillion Stampers is the name of the team that I am the leader of. And I will welcome you with a card, some information, a Papillion Stampers pen, a little Post-it note. I've had 1, 2, 3 since May join our team, Papillion Stampers. So I'd love if you would like to be a happy discount shopper, or if you'd like to do it for a business, it's up to you. So last week, cards went out. Pam, I don't know if you got your kit yet, but if you did, you were the winner last week for Prize Patrol. So your card was in your June kit, and this one goes to Adele Dougherty. However, Adele, this is from last week. I don't have your mailing address, so you would have to reach me here at abay@thepaperpapillion.com so I can mail your card. I will hold on to this until next time I go live, which will be next Tuesday. And then if I don't hear from you by then, I'll be giving this one away. But I'd like to give it to you, so I hope you see this. You've been on for the past few weeks, so I hope so. So let's go with, let me show you the kit I'll move all this over. So for July, if you'd like to stick around before I do Prize Patrol, where are the cards that I picked out for Prize Patrol? I don't know where they are. I'm going to have to find them at my desk. Okay. I see them though. Hold on. Oh, there goes that. Where are my Prize Patrol cards? Okay, I'm going to have to go over to my desk in a moment. Okay, so this is what the kit is going to look like. There are 4 designs, and you make 2 of each design. So for this month, you're getting a 6x12 quarter pack of this designer series paper, and of which I have used at several occasions over the past weeks. Okay, so this is a full 6x12 quarter pack. You're going to get a pack of dimensionals, which are my favorite. I love our dimensionals. They are the best. They are the perfect size. And these are tinsel gems. Yes, Diane, I will. I will send it in Messenger. I'm going to try to do that. I'm not sure that I can, but I sent it to your other 2 emails. These are tinsel gems. So it's Misty Moonlight, Fresh Freesia, and I think that's Coastal Cabana. So you get a full pack and a full pack of dimensionals and a quarter pack of 6x12 paper. Okay, that's your almost $20 in product. And then you get your kits. So each kit is die cut and embossed, and your ribbons in there. For this particular kit, you only need a stamp set with a sentiment. We used Biggest Wish, and that is an add-on option for you, as well as the inks. We used Petal Pink, which I used tonight. We used Night of Navy, we used, let's see, comments, hide. I don't know why these comments keep coming up. We used Petal Pink, we used Night of Navy, we used Berry Burst, we used Fresh Freesia. So those, and the list of everything that we used and options to add on are in the registration if you'd like. There's a Google form for social media so that I can invoice you. Okay. So here's one kit, 2 of everything, 2 of everything in there, 2 of everything in here, and 2 of everything in there to make all 4 kits. And the sneak peeks are in the registration form. But I'm going to slide them over really quick right now. These are really quick sneak peeks. I don't do whole sneak, whole ones. That's a quick peek. That's a quick peek. That's a quick peek. And that's a quick peek. Okay? That's what they look like. And you'll be making 2 of each. All for the low price of $39 that includes shipping. So $20 in product plus these fabulous kits. Plus you always get a little treat with a tag or a card from me. So, and I keep that as a surprise. And that's it. That's all I wanted to share. So I hope that gives you a clear understanding. If you have any questions on it, please feel free. But registration will also be in my newsletter tomorrow. Okay? That's everything. Let's see. Hold on. I want the kit. Which kit? You want the one that I'm holding for you, right, Diane? If you want the new kit for July, there's a registration form to complete. Okay. It is a really good deal, isn't it, Pam? I believe. Oh, yes. Hughes. Yes. I'm holding it for you, Diane. Definitely holding it for you. We just got to get the invoicing straightened out. And then I'll send you the, Stacy says the July kit looks awesome. It is awesome. I love it. I love these papers. I really like them a lot. And don't be surprised if I do something else with this paper next week because I really like it. And it all fell on the floor, all of this stuff that I just had in my hand. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed these. These, like I said, will be raffled, prize drawing off. So speaking of prize drawing, I almost forgot. Hold on while I go find the cards that I was going to do. I had them ready, and then I don't know what I did with them. Where did they go? Hold on, I'm still here. Where did you go? Oh my goodness, I can't believe I can't find them. I can't find them. I had them ready, but I can't find them. Hold on. So I'm going to raffle off 2 others. How about that? All right, I'm coming. Here we go. Coming. Okay. I found 2 other really pretty ones to raffle off. I don't know where the other ones went, but they'll be for next week, I guess. Or, yeah, probably next week. Okay, so I'm going to raffle off this one to the commenter from last week. So let's do comments here. So last week was 6/27, 23 FB. I forget, do I use last week's date or this week's? Oh, I used this week's date, 7/3/23 comments. And then the other one will be for shares. And then this one will be for shares, okay? 7/3. Today is 7/4/23. 7/4. I'm all screwed up because of the 4th of July holiday. Okay, so here we go. Comments. It's pretty, right? And shares. Okay. All right. Now we know a lot of you are new here, so you may not know that I put all the names on a wheel. And Patricia, I see you. I'm so glad to see you. Let me go do the wheel. I put them all in already. And now I just have to find the file. And I will show you. Okay, so this is from last week, which was 6/27, and this is for comments, okay? So here's the wheel. Let me just take this away so you don't have to see ads. And I am going to click it right now. So this is comments. Elizabeth Hightower, congratulations. You won for comments. This is the card that I'll be sending you. Congratulations. I know you've won before, but you didn't win this month. So you may have won in May. So it's all good. All right, let me close that out. And now I'm going to get to shares from last week. 6/27 shares. Okay, we didn't have a lot of shares last week. I couldn't find them. So here we go. There's four people that shared last week. No, more than 4. Oh, no, 4. Yeah. Oh, Margot, I know you're here. Congratulations, Margot. You won. I'll be sending that to you, but I don't have your address for sure. I know I don't. So please email me here. And that's for sharing last week. So thank you very much. I'm going to write Margot's name on the shares. Margot and Elizabeth for comments. Okay. And there you go. So I think you have that now. So congratulations, everybody. Thank you for joining me for tonight's pretty card that we made. I love this card. I mean, I just love it. I love both of these cards. The one from last week too. My friend Deborah, she's so cute. My friend Deborah Harrison, she's Simply Sweet Ink Designs. We've been friends since the 30th anniversary of Stampin' Up. That's where we met. And I've been friends with my friend Heather Guerrero, who I do my cross-country kits with. But anyway, we all met at the 30th anniversary in Florida. And we've stayed friends and we chit-chat all the time. But Deborah did a live on Friday, and I just saw it. And she had asked me if she could case my card, which she didn't really case it because she cased kind of like the layout, but she made her card was completely her own. And she used this paper, and I forget the whole point of that, but yeah, she did a great job. She kind of like used the background and then this layer here, and then she put like a tag that opens. Maybe I'll recreate hers and show you what she did. Deborah Harrison, Simply Sweet and Ink Designs. She's on Facebook and YouTube if you want to check her out. And my friend Heather is Little Blue House Designs, Heather Guerrero. And we're sidelines on the team that we're on. So anyway, a little bit of history there, Stampin' Up history, and how I became friends with some of the ladies here, all back in, I don't know when the 30th anniversary was. So 5 years ago is what, 2018? Yeah, 2018 it would have been. So anyway, Diane, don't worry, I'll be in touch. I'm going to try to send you that invoice via Sharon. She is always great. I'm not sure who you're talking about, Diane, but I was just going to say to you that I will try to email the invoice via Messenger if I can. Otherwise, if I can't, I will tell you which right away via Messenger what email I sent it to. Okay. So thank you all so much for joining me tonight and for sharing and commenting. I appreciate you all very, very much. And I am looking forward to seeing you again. Let's see, what's next Tuesday? The 11th, on the 11th. Okay. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Have a great rest of your week and happy 4th. Bye-bye.